we are gonna start. So before I introduce my guest today, my name is Jack Blenkinsop. I'm B1G1's Partnerships Manager. It's great to have you all here. Thank you for being here, and thank you for all the interaction in the chat already. My colleague Raki is on the call, so please ask any questions in the chat, any comments at all, and Raki will be there to pick those up. I'd like to start the event today with a question which was posed by the former CEO of Unilever, Paul Polman. It's a great question. That question is the world a better place because your business is in it? Now, the reason I love this question so much, and the reason I like to start these events with that question, is because it's central to what we do here at B1G1. You see, here at B1G1, we provide an amazing platform for businesses to create meaningful impacts just by doing what they do every day so that they can become a real force for good. You see, we believe, and our members believe, and I'm sure Linda believes as well, that actually being a business for good isn't just great for the world, but it's great for business too. And that's why we created this Profit Meets Purpose series, because here at B1G1, we firmly believe, and we see this through our members, that when you align profit and purpose, it leads to increased growth, it leads to deeper connections with your clients, your customers, your team members, and ultimately a lasting impact is had. So I do want you to keep this question in mind from Paul Polman throughout the event today, because we'll be coming back to it later in the session. But without further ado, I do want to introduce our guest today, who is literally on the other side of the world. She's our first guest based in Australia. So I'd like to welcome Linda Pickett from My Temple. Welcome to Profit Meets Purpose, Linda.
Thank you so much, Jack. It's a pleasure to be here, and hello, everyone. It's nice to have you all. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, it's great to have you here. Hey, look, for those that don't know you and don't know My Temple, tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us about the business as well.
Sure. Okay, so I am the founder of My Temple. We are a beauty business in Melbourne, Victoria, and we've just opened our second location as of yesterday, so I'm a little flustered. I'm sorry if I haven't got it all together. We started the business, well, I started the business 7 years ago, and I have been a B1G1 member since prior to opening this business. With another business that I had, and probably one of the key drivers for B1G1 and my business is that we're working in a really superficial industry, if you can call it that. And so for me, giving back and being a part of something bigger than just making our clients feel beautiful is a really important part of our business. I've actually got a nursing degree, and I did nursing for about 10 years, but I've got an inherent desire to help people. So being in business, being in beauty, but still giving back to my clients and giving back to people around the world just sets my soul alight.
Yeah, awesome. That's so cool. Actually, I didn't realize about the nursing degree. That's really cool. So, and congratulations on the second clinic. I appreciate how busy you have been this week and then the weeks leading up to this event. So I appreciate you taking the time. So tell us a bit more about why having B1G1 central to the business was so important. She said that you was involved with another business, right, prior to My Temple. When you started My Temple, why was it so important, do you feel, to have B1G1 a part of that?
Sure. I suppose there's two main reasons. The main part is giving as part of my DNA and having that as part of our business DNA. It's beyond a marketing message. It just is part of our core. The second part is having that opportunity to align my clients and my team members to something that's bigger than ourselves is a really key part of business and the opportunity that gives us. And it's beyond giving us that opportunity. It's actually that legacy and that pay it forward and the ripple effect through the world.
And how do your team members like it? Because I know you have obviously you've got clinics now. So how has that partnership with B1G1 impacted, the way that you work?
Yeah, so from a team perspective, I know that my team are excited about B1G1, and probably very selfishly from a business owner's perspective, it's a lot easier to be talking to your team about reaching targets and reaching goals if they are aiming for something that's not about my hip pocket. So if we are aligning our targets to, let's give, in a previous business, we were giving days of safe drinking water for every cup of coffee that we sold. So having our staff working towards a target of, let's see if we can hit 200,000 days of safe drinking water by the end of the month. In the background, I knew as a business owner how many cups of coffee that meant that we had to sell, but it was a very different message with our team, keeping them connected to something more than me.
Mm, mm. That's really, really cool. Yeah. And what about your clients then? Because
Yeah,
I have a set sense of how you use B1G within the business, and we can share some
sure.
in a sec. But how maybe talk a little bit more about what, what exactly what the business looks like and how you integrate B1G1 into the day-to-day operations,
Sure.
and how that sort of lands with your clients.
Sure. So there's a couple of things that really stand out from it. Because we work in the industry that is beauty and we specialize in fat freezing, so that's a non-invasive liposuction, and so it's getting rid of fat bellies. And for me personally, we're in a very lucky position to be born in a country such as Australia, where we have the opportunity to have a fat belly. But it's something that just like weighs us down over here. It's something we shouldn't be. We don't want the fat belly. But then when I think of the flip side, and there are people in the world that don't have access to food, I like being able to divert some of the profit of what we make
Mm,
to people that need a bowl of rice or a grain of rice,
mm,
where we're sitting in this such affluent environment and there's people that are needing safe drinking water as a minimum or
mm,
food. For me, it's a really nice switch. So we talk about that when our clients finish treatment and
mm,
we ask them to choose a particular project
mm,
where we
mm,
might give, we have a tagline which is for every flat belly we make, we create a fat belly. And so we'll give a goat or a bowl of rice, or we'll give something to somebody else somewhere in the world. And the other part of it is I've heard clients walk out of treatment rooms when they scan a QR code and they actually say to me, I saw this on your website and that's why I chose you.
wow.
So that is so powerful that that is a real opportunity for me as a business to stand out, um, to gain one more client rather than having to talk just about the service and the benefits and all of the normal marketing positioning of your business and the service that you provide. You're talking about something that's completely remote to you as a business. It's not about the service, it's not about how good we are at it. It's about the impact that we're going to make on other people around the world. So there's those two elements, and just having clients, and I hear them walk out and say, I saw this on your website and that's why I chose you.
Mm-hmm.
Just
That's
great.
that is so so cool because I think that is something that some people maybe don't necessarily realize or appreciate that. And I've said this, when talking about this web series, and I've been promoting it on LinkedIn, is that purpose isn't just like a nice to have, and it does have um, really tangible impact, right? Tangible consequences when you weave these things into the day-to-day operations of your business. And to hear you say that you have clients that are literally choosing you because of the way that you are embedding um, B1G1 into the business is so so cool. And it just shows, right, that again, when you're aligning profit and purpose, it's generating great results. There are a couple of things that I was going to share, and actually, I'm not sure if I can share my screen right now. So what I'm going to do is ask Raki to share in the chat a link, and the link is to some of the stuff that Linda's been talking about here. There's a couple of documents which Linda uses within the business for her clients to scan at various points. There are QR codes which she uses. So with B1G1, we provide tools for our members to present their clients, their customers, with a few projects to choose from, right? So when something happens with a business, they're saying to their customers and clients, "Hey, thank you so much for being here, for choosing to come in. We would love you to create a positive impact in the world just by doing, being here today." So Ratty's going to share those documents with you because you might want to have a look at those and see how Linda is using B1G1 within her business. These are really, really cool. So I do encourage you to have a look at those. Perhaps click on the link and open that up and have a look after the session's finished. And so generally, the impact it's having on your clients that are coming in, they love this. And what about how you go about choosing the projects, right? Because here at B1G1, we have like over 450 projects which are available to our members to choose from. And you've mentioned some of these projects that you and the team you give to. How did you just decide on those particular projects out of interest?
Sure. So I'm probably a little bit biased, having been fortunate enough to attend now, I think 3 of the B1G1 educational tours. I've got a real connection with some of the projects in some of the countries because I've been on the ground, I've seen the operations, and also because of the way that B1G1 is structured, that there's a membership platform and then your giving and your donations are completely separate. I know that those organisations, because I've been on the ground, but also because it's part of B1G1, that they're doing the right thing with the money. So I'm a little bit biased. However, saying that, I do ask my team members, is there a particular country or a particular area that you would like our giving to go towards this month? And I know that there's heaps of integrations and automations in the background of the B1G1 website. But for me and my business, there's a lot of manual giving still, and we're using that with our team members because we want them to be engaged. And so at the end of the month, we will sit down sometimes and we'll look at how many treatments that we have done. And we've got a manual piece of paper where we tick, what would you like us to give to? And we sit down and we go into the platform and we actually go, oh, we'll give some goats, and we'll tick those buttons. And then we'll go and we'll give 6 of these, and we're going to give 8 of these. And then you go, oh my gosh, and look at this kid. Let's give them some as well. And it feels like Christmas. Like, it's just amazing at the end of it. And all of this giving is going into your cart, and then you click the button and it's gone. So it's just, it's a beautiful feeling within the business to be popping all this in, and it's seriously like Christmas. You're popping them in and then you are sending it out to the world. So it's a beautiful, joyful occasion inside, and the team get to choose some of those projects if they are aligning or interested in something that's a bit different.
That's so cool. So cool. Talk a little bit more about your trips on the study tours, right? So for those that don't know, here at B1G1, we run study tours, we call them, to various locations around the world where we have worthy causes and projects which our members give to. And it gives our business members the opportunity to go and actually not just see the work that's being done, but actually get involved. So you've been on 2 of these, right? So tell us a bit more about those 2 that you've been on. 3? 4? Wow. Okay.
So in 2018, I went to Kenya, and actually that was my first study tour.
Yeah.
And I think growing up in Australia in the early 1980s, we had the famine in Ethiopia, and that was just massively promoted through the TV. And potentially it was back then that I decided I wanted to help and make a difference, and that I wanted to become a nurse. And I had always envisaged myself going to Africa and helping those people. But life takes its turns, and here I am in Melbourne with 2 teenage boys running a beauty business. But when I first connected with B1G1, the thought of being able to still fulfill my desire to help those people, but now integrating it with business, was just so beautifully aligned. And when the study tour came up and the opportunity to join, this was like one of my life goals. And so going on the tour, I was able to connect with the schools, the hospitals. We built a mud house. That was just mind-blowing and such an amazing opportunity. So the study tours show you the people on the ground. They're not driving around in fancy cars. They are living the real life of the people in the local villages, and they've got the same desire to do to help and to help their community. So it's a beautiful connection that you get on these study tours. I then went to Borneo, and then I went to Cambodia, and actually, so it's only three.
Oh, it's three.
Only
Okay.
three so far. So
So
far.
far. Yeah, yeah. I'm sure
Where's
you'll
the
look at
next
the
one?
opportunity to go to another one, right? Because they've literally just they're like life changing. So
Yeah.
it's what's really cool about the study tours and the fact that you've been on some of these is that you've been able to see firsthand the impact that just integrating giving into daily operations has, right? Because I think too often businesses feel like they have to wait until they get to a certain size before they can start giving and creating positive impact. But through B1G1, our business members can give very small amounts and create positive impacts just by doing what they do every day. And so you're able to see the culmination of that in these places that you visited. And you mentioned earlier on about how, clients have said to you, I'm coming in today, I chose you because of what I saw on your website. Are you seeing, or at least do you think that is generating repeat customers? Do you think people are coming back to you because of the way that you're integrating B1G1 and the impact you're creating through B1G1?
Would say that there's definitely a higher sense of loyalty with those clients. I think they were probably always going to come back anyway, but that loyalty and that connection and that depth of connection with you as a business, like I said, it's in our DNA, that giving. We've got a beautiful big globe, a picture of the world on one of our walls, and we've got little tag points where we've given. And so that's a really impactful statement about connecting our clients to something bigger than just themselves. So it's definitely that strength of the relationship with our clients, and we're in a reasonably superficial type of environment, but it's really quite powerful.
Yeah. And how do you see it kind of like, I mean, it's so embedded in what you do now, right? How do you see it kind of impacting or shaping your strategy, like with the new clinic that you've opened up, right? Who knows? You could this time next year, or you could have a third clinic, right? Or five. How do you see like this shaping your sort of strategy? And I'm assuming you'll continue to integrate this into all of the clinics that you open up, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I was actually thinking about it today. Just in when a client sends an inquiry, we say thank you for your inquiry today, and just by filling in this form, we have given, and I can't remember what my marketing girl has changed it to, but we give based on just sending an inquiry. So right from the get-go, the client can see that that journey and that connection with us is different from a normal thanks, we'll see you on Tuesday. So with the new clinic, I haven't thought of a particular marketing strategy for it, but we will definitely align and put something in every piece of marketing that goes out. And, for the launch of the new business, we will give whatever we choose to give.
Yeah, awesome. And it's just, it is very easy to just kind of
It's so easy.
to pivot
It's so
and
easy.
integrate this in different ways.
And we're probably, because I'm probably the roadblock in it. There's so many automations that we could be doing. Also, and this is also fair to say, our booking system is not very IT friendly, so it's a little bit too closed. So we have to do the manual stuff with the giving, but there are so many other ways that we could do automatic giving.
Yeah.
And I suppose as I grow and get busier, we're going to have to automate more of it so that giving is just happening in the background.
Yeah. And so many businesses that we work with do automate their giving so that it is just happening in the background, right? It's just seamless. Everything. Someone books in a call, or they work with a client for the first time, or they have a team meeting, whatever it may be. These triggers, if you will, are resulting in impacts being created, and it all happens seamlessly in the background. So Yeah, don't worry. We'll help you with that automation if you need any help. Before I move on to the last question, there's a question I always like to ask businesses that I speak with, guests that come on here. I do just want to say thank you for all the comments that are coming through in the chat. I can see it's been going off. I don't look too closely at this when I'm on these calls because I like to focus on chatting with the guest. But thank you for all the comments and all the questions. What I want to do is give everybody here the opportunity to create an impact just because you have joined us on today's call. It's no surprise to you that here at B1G1, we like to integrate impact creation into everything that we do. So just because you've joined us on today's web event, I would love to give you the opportunity to actually create a positive impact in the world. So my colleague Raki is going to share a link and a QR code. So you can do one of two things. You can grab your phone, you can scan the QR code, and that will give you access to a few projects to choose from. Or if you prefer to do this via your computer, you can just click on the link and that'll open it up for you. So there's the link that Raki's just thrown in there, and the QR code's coming too. So click the link or scan the QR code. You'll be given a few projects to choose from. We'll pay for this. You know, this is on us. So please go ahead and create an impact just because you've joined us today. And there's also the option there to learn more about B1G1. So if you're listening to what Linda's saying here and it's sounding great, and I hope it is, and you would like to explore B1G1 a bit further, please just fill out your details and we can connect. I would love to have a chat with you and see if there's a good fit between your business and what we do here at B1G1. So do please go ahead and use those links and QR codes that Raki shared. So the question I like to finish on, Linda, for every business that I speak with is advice, right? Practical advice that you might be able to give. Look at your
Uh-oh, now I'm scared.
So it's just if we keep in mind Paul Coleman's question, right, which we started with, which is your business, is the world a better place because your business is in it? What practical piece of advice would you give to businesses that are maybe looking to embed more purpose into what they do, into their business? Maybe they haven't done this at all yet and they want to start. Maybe they're already doing it, but they want to elevate it. What advice would you give businesses if they wanted to embed more purpose into what they do?
Advice. This is not potentially advice, but when you hear a client that says, I chose you because of this, I chose you because of B1G1, it really is a no-brainer. Like if one client is spending money with you, that's a really, and I like to think every giving is making an impact to somebody in the world, but I am running a business. But if I can use a platform that makes that bigger impact, that's a really simple and easy, I'm comfortable saying this, marketing strategy. I don't want B1G1 and I don't want people to think about B1G1 being a marketing strategy because it's not about that, but it's such an easy way to position your business differently from your competitors. And the impact of that is not only more money in your pocket, but it means that you can have a bigger impact on the world. And that's what really is important to me, making that difference external to and to those people that are needing it.
Great advice.
Was that I just hope that was
that was awesome. That's awesome. Like ultimately, Linda, like you are just such a great example of a business who is integrating impacts into your daily operations, right? And you've been with B1G1 for many years now, and you've been on the study tours, and you've lived it, and you're just an amazing example of not just how to effectively integrate impact into your business, but also the positive impact that has, both in terms of like globally, but also with your clients, your team, and you've spoken about this today and how that has positively affected how you work with your customers and how much more loyal they are to you. So no, I think it's great advice, and I just want to take this opportunity to thank you for for being here in the B1G community, for all of your energy and for all of the giving that you do through my temple. I also just want to say thank you to everyone else that has joined us on the call today. There's been some really lovely comments coming through here, which I can see in the chat. So thank you very, very much for all of those. We're a few minutes early, which is better than being a few minutes late. So I just want to take this opportunity again to say thank you, Linda. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We have another one of these events coming up in 2 weeks on the 20th of August. With another B1G1 member based on the other side of the world this time, over in Miami, Florida. So look out for more details on that. But thank you again for being here, guys. Thank you so much, Linda. It's been a pleasure. Appreciate your time, and we will see you all again very, very soon. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care.
Thanks so much. Thanks, Jack. Bye, everyone.